The broader stock market is priced for absolute perfection, leaving virtually no margin for error. Institutional capital is quietly bracing for a massive reality check as we enter a critical corporate reporting cycle. This isn't just about beating earnings. It's about whether the massive capital expenditures driving the artificial intelligence boom can finally justify their valuations. The street has set expectations at record highs, meaning even solid beats could trigger a severe capital rotation if guidance disappoints. To understand this setup, we have to look at the structural moats of the primary market drivers. Companies like Microsoft and Amazon have built incredibly resilient business models centered around cloud infrastructure and enterprise software. Their subscription-based models create highly predictable cash flows that historically insulate them from macro shocks. But these moats are undergoing a massive transformation. They are shifting from stable software utility models to capital-intensive infrastructure plays. On the other side of the tech ecosystem, we have the hardware enablers. NVIDIA operates a near monopoly in enterprise GPU silicon, acting as the primary tollbooth for AI development. Meanwhile, Apple commands unparalleled premium consumer ecosystem loyalty, monetizing a massive global active device install base. Together, these companies form the foundational hardware layer of modern equity indices. Their value proposition relies on continuous cycles of hardware upgrades and proprietary ecosystem lock-in. But that is only part of the story. Let's look at what the latest numbers are telling us about margin health. While top-line revenue metrics remain robust, we are beginning to see a subtle divergence in operating margins. NVIDIA has maintained historically high gross margins near 75%, driven by immense pricing power. However, Microsoft's cloud capital expenditures are starting to weigh on its operating margin expansion. High infrastructure depreciation costs are beginning to flow through the income statement. Here's where the margin metrics become interesting. The quality of revenue growth is also under intense scrutiny. Alphabet and Amazon have shown strong digital advertising and cloud growth, but free cash flow conversion is changing. Heavy capital spending is eating into free cash flow margins. For instance, Amazon's logistics and cloud investments demand billions in continuous capital reinvestment. Institutional managers look at these statements to calculate the exact return on every dollar of capital deployed. The next signal comes from management's capital allocation. Management commentary during recent calls has shifted from pure growth enthusiasm to disciplined capital execution. Both Microsoft and Alphabet have spent the last few quarters defending their massive capital budgets. They argue that underinvesting in next-generation infrastructure poses a far greater risk than overinvesting. But this aggressive capital allocation strategy is raising eyebrows among institutional asset allocators who demand a clear timeline for profits. Now look at how management is guiding for the next quarter. This brings us to corporate guidance, which is the ultimate test for this market. NVIDIA's guidance has consistently driven index momentum, but keeping up this pace of surprises is mathematically unsustainable. Meanwhile, Apple has adopted a more conservative tone, pointing to complex global consumer headwinds. When management teams set conservative guidance, it creates a massive valuation gap for stocks trading at extreme multiples. Now look at how the broader sector is reacting. To fully appreciate the stakes, we must place these corporate dynamics into the broader macro context. The global economy is dealing with high real interest rates, persistent services inflation, and slowing consumer demand. Historically, high interest rates place a downward pressure on valuation multiples. Yet, Tech valuations have expanded to levels rarely seen outside of major market bubbles because investors treated them as safe havens. At the same time, competitive intensity within the technology sector is reaching a boiling point. The three primary hyperscalers, Microsoft, Amazon, and Alphabet, are locked in an expensive arms race. They are competing fiercely for the same enterprise workloads and developer talent. This aggressive competition is starting to erode their pricing power. As enterprise customers become more cost-conscious, they are negotiating harder on cloud contracts, maturing the hypergrowth phase into a battle for market share. That leads us to a bigger question regarding terminal risk. The most significant structural risk facing the sector is the sheer scale of capital expenditure. Analysts estimate that collective hyperscaler capex could exceed $200 billion this year. If the enterprise adoption of generative artificial intelligence tools slows down, these massive investments will become non-productive assets. This would lead to substantial asset write-downs and severe margin compression across the entire tech ecosystem. Beyond capital spending risks, regulatory pressures are quietly intensifying. Alphabet and Apple are facing unprecedented antitrust scrutiny from both domestic and international regulators. These legal challenges threaten their highly profitable services segments and core App Store business models. When you couple these regulatory headwinds with extreme historical valuations, the risk-reward profile becomes highly asymmetric, leaving these assets vulnerable to multiple contraction. Something important is happening here. This setup requires a fundamental reassessment of how we value these businesses. We cannot continue to value capital-intensive infrastructure companies using the same metrics as asset-light software models. If capital expenditure remains elevated while revenue growth normalizes, return on invested capital will inevitably decline. Institutional portfolios are already adjusting to this reality, shifting focus from raw revenue growth to high-quality free cash flow yield. Over the coming quarters, the key catalysts to watch will be enterprise software pricing power and monetization metrics. We need to see if companies can successfully raise prices on AI-enabled software features without causing customer churn. Additionally, look closely at NVIDIA's hardware delivery timelines and backlog numbers. Any delay in next-generation chip rollouts or signs of double ordering by hyperscalers will signal that the hardware cycle has peaked. From a tactical standpoint, we are implementing a highly disciplined approach. We are placing overextended hardware profiles on a trim consideration, as their valuations have outpaced underlying fundamental cash flows. Conversely, software providers with proven pricing power and defensive cash flows remain on a selective breakout watch. The goal here is not to exit the market entirely, but to engage in active capital rotation to protect capital. This earnings season is not just another quarterly event. It is a critical stress test for the entire market structure. Investors who rely on simple passive index strategies may find themselves exposed to significant downside risk. Navigating this environment requires deep, institutional-grade research. To keep your portfolio ahead of these structural shifts, subscribe to SR Money News. We will continue to break down the complex macro forces shaping global markets.